Okay, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create the world's best automated onboarding process and funnel you would have ever seen anywhere like on the internet. So make sure you lock in, because the first 24 hours from when a client buys from you is by far the most important, because they're either going to be thinking to themselves, have I made a good decision by working with you, or do I regret and actually, made a wrong decision by working with you. So the first 24 hours sort of sets the tone, you could say, for the relationship for you and your client. So you should know that the product is the most important thing when it comes to running a business. So if you don't understand this and you don't have this in place, then you're just making it hard for yourself, basically. So let me explain this in the most simplest form and just video I think you would have seen. So essentially, what you need is Go High Level. And once you get Go High Level, you need to go into your sub account and you essentially need to create a pipeline. Now, you can have a pipeline for before someone buys. So just like how someone finds you at the start of the pipeline to when they book a call and buy from you. That is like the pipeline on the front end. But then also on the back end, once someone becomes a client, you need a pipeline just to manage things, basically. So that's the whole point of a CRM, like Go High Level. So essentially what you would do is you'd go to opportunities in your sub account, and then, I mean, this is what it should look like once you have done what I'm about to show you, is we've got paid. So we know once they've paid us and it's connected to Stripe. Then we know once they've submitted the form, once they've signed the contract, and then they've booked a success call or a kickoff call or an onboarding call, whatever you want to call it. So how we do this is you go to pipelines. So make sure you lock in and take some notes, because it's really important. So you go to pipelines and you want to create a new pipeline. And you want to call this, let's just say onboarding, and there's different stages. So like what I just explained, this is how you create the different stages. So the first one is obviously paid. This is so we know that they've paid. The next one could be form submitted, and you can do this in whatever way you want, really. Then you could have like contract signed, so contract, and then you could have, I don't know, success call or whatever you want there. And once you've done that, it should look like this. And now, congratulations, because you've got a pipeline. So this is just a way of keeping it organized. So once you sign a lot of clients, you know how they're moving through the pipeline. And this is sort of what separates like very average agencies or businesses from like the best, from like 50K a month, 100K a month. They just have all of these SOPs dialed in, basically, standard operating procedures. So now you've done that, that's the easy part. Now what we need to do is we need to create a funnel, and we need to create the automations. So you need to go to sites in your sub account, and you essentially need to go to like new, because we're going to be starting from scratch, and I'm literally going to be walking you through this live, so you've got no excuses to not do this and have really good systems for your clients and to generate great results. So this is what the end product should look like, which is what we're going to be building, where you've got the payment page. So this is where people put in their card details, and you would send them this on the actual meeting. So then once they've paid, it's then going to take them to the next step, which is going to be the form that they need to fill out. So you can see how this is really smooth, and it's just a great transition. And then once they filled out the form, it's then going to allow them to schedule a kickoff call. So this is basically just where they can book a call and get onboarded, basically. And then you can also have the contract being signed in the midst of this. And then you've got a welcome video, essentially, which is just what they can watch, which is going to be like, congratulations, thanks for joining. This is what you need to do to get started, and so forth. So now let's actually create this from scratch. Like you are a complete beginner. Let's say you have no idea what you're doing. This is how you would do it. So once again, you're in Sites, and you would create a new funnel. Let's just start from blank. You obviously need a name for it. So let's just call it, like, I don't know, onboarding. Let's do let's say YouTube. So let's create that. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build each of the landing pages. So it's like a funnel step, basically. So the first thing you would click add new step. And let's call this like payment. So payment page. You don't need path. You don't need any of this. Really simple. You just click create funnel step. And this is the page that you would send them to once they've agreed to pay you, and you would do this on the actual meeting. Try to do this on the meeting, because if you like let them leave the call, then doubt is going to grow as time goes on, basically. So yeah, that's just one thing to note. And what we're going to do is we're going to create from blank. So if we click this, it's going to take us to the edit part of the Go High Level where we can actually build a landing page. So what we need to do is we need to add full width, add a row, add a column, and then let's just add a headline. So let's just say, I don't know, we're excited to start working, or just something. You can obviously change this to whatever you want, or like we're excited to be partners or whatever. And then you want to click this. We're going to add full width here, add row, add one column, and then add element. And now let's do a 2-step order, or you can do a 1-step order, or doesn't really matter. So let's just do 2-step, and this is what it looks like. So you've got, yeah, they're putting their details, and then step 2 would essentially be the part that they put in their card and they pay basically. So you need to make sure you connect your Stripe. That's really important. And yeah, you can obviously make this a lot smaller. You can have different elements in here. So for example, you could delete this and you could add elements. You could go to global sections or section templates. I don't know why it's not actually showing me any section templates. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, you can make this so it's like on the second half. So what it should look like is like what I showed you originally, where you've got the price. So you could say the price here, to be fair. You could just say like, I don't know, let's say like $9.97 a month. You could add your logo up here, and then you would have your like 2-step checkout beneath this basically. So you can build this as you're watching this if you want. So you've got 2-step order, and yeah, that's just what you could do. So this isn't really that important. Just put your logo and stuff like this, because yeah, it doesn't really matter. And then once they click on go to step 2, and once they actually pay, what's going to happen is it's going to go to next step. So button actions is go to next step, which is what we want. So let's save this, and now let's create the next page, because that's what it's going to be sending them to after they pay the invoice. So let's wait a second. Sometimes Go High Level's got a lot of usage, so that's why it's a bit slower, but yeah, it's by far the best software out there. Now we need to add a new step, and this is going to be the form page. So let's just put form, let's create that, and I'm going to show you how to do this now. So once again, let's start from blank, and you would basically just want this similar thing of where you put text at the top. So let's start by adding full width, add a row, one column, and then just add text. And let's say, I don't know, please fill out the form below. So please fill out the form below. And then you basically just want to add another element, but this time, instead of it being the 2-step order thing, we're just going to put a form. And this form can be onboarding form to customize. So what you'd want here is you'd want about 10 to 15 questions, and it's important you extract information that you need to deliver great results. So for example, if you're going to be setting up, I don't know, automations on their Instagram, you'd need to make sure that you ask for their Instagram username and password, or vice versa. If you were doing emails for them, you'd need to make sure you can access their email, or just, I think the onboarding like form questions is literally just for like getting information so you can deliver a great service. That's all it is really. So let's save that. And to edit this form, if you want to add more questions, all you need to do is actually just go to the form builder, which is also in Sites. So you don't need to go out of like this Go High Level tab. You can stay in Sites, and you can just go to form builder, and then you can basically just click on this and give it a second. And you can see that you can just add questions by going here, add form element. So you can ask for their phone, their email, just everything pretty much, whatever you want, to be honest. And if you don't know what to do, you can put this here, and then you can actually change this, I believe, by putting this as like, I don't know, let's say you want their Instagram username and password, you just put that here, or whatever you're selling, just make sure you can get access to. So yeah, that is what you do. And then let's just not save that. We don't need to save that. Then you can just go back to funnels, and let's go back to, I think we were on this one, I believe. And then, yeah, so that's what you do for the form. And then obviously the button action. So once they click submit on this form, it's then going to take them to the next step, hopefully, if it's laid out correctly. So if we click on this, so button actions, redirect action, we want to go to next step, basically. So now save that and then go out. And yeah, now I'm just going to quickly show you how to get them to schedule the onboarding call, because some people are confused about how to do that on the next step. So yeah, it's really simple once you know what you're doing. And this should honestly take like 20 minutes to set up max. So let's just add a new step. Let's call this, I don't know, onboarding call. Very simple. And this is just like such a smooth process that your clients can go through, and they're going to be like, yeah, this guy has got, or this female has got their systems dialed in, and yeah, they're going to be happy they decided to click that button to give you money, basically, and put their card info in. So yeah, just do the same thing of just adding text here saying like whatever you want, basically, like schedule your call below. And then in terms of adding a form, we do the same thing. But instead of the two-step order checkout, or instead of the form, we are now doing, instead of the last one, which was, no, the last one was a form. So this one could either be your calendar. So you can put your calendar here if you use Go High Level Calendar, but I personally use Calendly. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to delete this, add element, and put code. So this is custom HTML. So what you'd want to do is you want to open code editor. And now what you need to do is you need to go to Calendly or whatever scheduling software you're using. You would basically just get the code for that. So if we go to here, you can see that I've got all my events laid out in Calendly. So growth call, onboarding growth call, team check-in, one-to-one call, discovery call. And what you want to do is you want to find the one that you want to put on your website. You would go here to share, add to website, incline embed, and then continue, copy that code, and then go back to high level and basically just put it in. And it's that simple, to be honest. And then if we look at this now, it is basically going to show that onboarding call is an incline embed, which is really clean, because now this would obviously say like, this would say schedule your onboarding call below, and they can schedule their call here. And this just looks really nice. You can put your logo beneath here or above, keep it consistent. And boom, yeah, it's that simple. So if you wanted to add a contract here as well, you can actually do that. Someone in my school community put this code here, so it's definitely possible. I haven't personally tried this, but yeah, it should work basically, if that makes sense. So I'll probably put this in a Google Doc below this video in the description, so you can check that out. And yeah, so you basically add this into your thing, and it should basically allow them to sign a contract in the automated onboarding process, because that's a question I had before, and that's how you would do that. So now you've done that, you've basically finished. You would obviously want another step, which could be a video saying like, thanks for joining. And that's what I highly recommend. And then also, I think that's it, to be honest. Like those are the only 4 steps. You would add another one here, which would be a video, but I don't want to do that, because you guys understand how it works now in terms of like creating landing pages and then going to the next step once they complete that. So now what we're actually going to do is we're going to go to automation, because we need to create workflows to essentially allow us to track the pipeline, and also to make this a really good onboarding experience. Because I think the main thing is to just create amazing experiences for your clients. Like, for example, Porsche has gotten so good at this. Like, you know how good a Porsche is before even buying a Porsche, because of how like clean and aesthetic that like of a brand it is. So you need to have the same thing, right? So this is what we're doing in workflows. So for example, whenever someone has paid, what this looks like is we've got a trigger. So the trigger is order form submission. And in the funnel website is onboarding funnel. And this basically is going to add them as a tag, which needs to be onboarded. So this tells us that they need to be onboarded, and then it's going to create or update an opportunity in the pipeline. And then it's going to send them this text message to their phone saying, thank you, we have received the payment. Please continue with the remaining steps to complete the onboarding process. So this is the first workflow we have for when a client pays us basically, and it just says, yeah, thanks for paying. Please move to the next step of the thing. And you can obviously change this in your in your like sub account, so you can have this whatever you want, but that's just the basic one for when they pay. Now we've got the form submission. So if we go here, form submitted, which is the next step of the funnel, and this is going to be, once it's load, this is just a basic trigger. So form is this one, as you know, and then it's basically just updating them in the pipeline, so it shows that they've gone through this stage now. And then I think finally we've got the booked a success call, and then we've got a done. So booked a success call should look like this once it loads. So yeah, they booked an appointment. It's updating them in the pipeline. It's sending them an SMS, which is, hey, first name, looking forward to our meeting at the time. It's going to send them an email notification as well, saying, yeah, looking forward to our meeting. And then 10 minutes before, SMS and an email, but you could change this to an hour before or 10 hours before, it doesn't really matter. So now we've finally finished, and yeah, this is what the final one looks like, where it's just should just be removing them as a tag. So now we know that they're onboarded successfully, and that pretty much sums it up. Like it's really easy to build. This will probably take like maybe 30 minutes if you're a beginner, but hopefully you can just do this whilst watching this video. So if you need to go back, you can do that, and you can build this as you're doing it, because it's really important. Or if you just want this snapshot completely done for you, and you want all of these automations plus the sites and the funnels, as well as also, you don't just get the onboarding one, you also get all of these as well. So you get a cold email drip campaign, you get a AI appointment setter snapshot, booking bot snapshots, onboarding pipeline, which you just talked about, custom snapshots, which is high ticket funnel workflows, low ticket funnel workflows, webinar workflows, every single workflows and automations and funnels you could think of. I have put them into my school community. So if you want that, you can join. It's very cheap. I'll go over here to the about section. So if you click the link, first link in the description, it will take you to this page, or maybe it'll take you to a landing page, and then you'll get sent to this page. But yeah, this is my school, and I basically put everything in here. So you also get free Go High Level, which is, I mean, why most people join, because it can get expensive. I understand that most of you guys are trying to actually save money, and this is a great way to do that because it's cheaper than Go High Level, and you get all of your workflows pre-built, so you don't need to actually do anything besides just like building a form maybe. So it's super simple, and yeah, they're truly some of the best AI appointment setters that I've built over the last year, 2 years of me building my agency. So yeah, you can get access to that in the description. If you don't want to join the school, that's totally fine. Just leave a like, comment, and subscribe on this video, because I'm going to be dropping some great videos in the future in the next few weeks. So I really don't want you to miss them. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. And yeah, have an amazing week. I'll catch you in the next video. I'll put some videos up here that you can check out. And yeah, keep crushing it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.